One happiness is not found outside. It's cultivated within. We spend much of our lives believing happiness is something we must chase. From a young age, we're told that success, wealth, relationships, and recognition will make us happy, so we work harder, plan bigger, and wait for the day when everything finally feels right. But when that moment comes, when we get the job, buy the house, or meet the right person, the feeling doesn't last. The excitement fades and we start searching again for the next thing that might bring joy. This endless cycle keeps us chasing but rarely finding. The Stoic philosophers offered a different view. They believed that happiness does not come from external events but from how we interpret and respond to them. According to Epictetus, there is only one path to happiness: to stop worrying about things beyond our control. This simple truth is easy to overlook in a world that constantly tells us to do more, earn more, and achieve more. But no matter how much we collect or accomplish, lasting peace cannot come from things that can be taken away. Real happiness begins when we turn our attention inward. It's not about controlling the world, but about mastering our own thoughts. When we stop depending on outcomes and start focusing on our attitude, we find a kind of strength that remains steady, even when life changes. Happiness becomes less about what we have and more about how we see. You can notice this in small moments. There are times when everything seems fine. You have comfort, stability, maybe even love, yet you feel restless. And other times when nothing special happens, you feel calm and content. That's the proof that happiness has little to do with the outside world. It's shaped by the mind that experiences it. The Stoics practiced gratitude, self-control, and reflection because they understood that a peaceful mind creates a peaceful life. When you stop searching for happiness as a reward and begin to cultivate it as a daily practice, everything changes. You no longer depend on conditions. You no longer wait for the world to give you peace. You create it within yourself. Happiness, then, is not something you find at the end of the journey. It's something you build step by step, through patience, balance, and self-awareness. True happiness comes from presence and acceptance. Most of us live with our minds somewhere else, either replaying the past or worrying about the future. We often think happiness will come when life finally settles, when things make sense, or when we achieve enough to feel secure. But the Stoics taught that real peace is not found in another time or place. It exists only in the present moment. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." This means learning to live fully where you are, not waiting for better days to begin feeling content. The problem is that our attention is divided. We dwell on what went wrong yesterday or what might happen tomorrow, and in doing so, we miss the quiet beauty of now. The present moment is often simple: a deep breath, a quiet morning, a few minutes of rest. But because we overlook it, we mistake stillness for emptiness. The Stoics believed that happiness isn't about constant excitement or success. It's about peace that comes from acceptance. When you stop fighting against what is and start appreciating it, you create space for calm and gratitude to grow. There is wisdom in slowing down and noticing life as it unfolds. Even in ordinary moments, a walk outside, a conversation, or a moment of silence, there's a kind of peace available when you're fully present. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means facing life as it is without resistance. When you accept what's beyond your control and focus on your response instead, you find strength and balance within yourself. Happiness is not built on perfection. It's built on awareness. Each moment offers a choice: to be distracted or to be present, to complain or to appreciate. When you choose to see the value in what's already here, you stop depending on the future for your peace of mind. Gratitude begins to replace restlessness. The Stoics called this harmony eudaimonia, a state where your actions align with your values and your mind is calm, regardless of external circumstances. It's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet and steady. The more you practice being present, the more you realize happiness was never missing. Only your attention was. When your mind finally arrives where your body already is, you discover that peace has been here all along. Peace comes from virtue, not comfort in today's world. We often confuse comfort with happiness. We believe that if life becomes easy, if everything goes according to plan, then we'll finally feel at peace. But the Stoic philosophers saw things differently. They believed that true peace doesn't come from avoiding discomfort. It comes from living with virtue, integrity, and inner discipline. Comfort may feel pleasant for a moment, but it doesn't build strength. Virtue does. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, lost everything in a shipwreck, yet instead of falling into despair, he used that experience to discover philosophy and a deeper understanding of life. His loss became his turning point. The Stoics taught that happiness isn't about holding on to what you love or escaping what you fear. It's about learning to stay calm and steady no matter what happens. This kind of peace is not dependent on outside conditions. It comes from knowing you can face life with courage and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." What he meant was that our reactions shape our experience more than our situations do. When we depend on comfort, we become fragile. But when we depend on our character, we grow resilient. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to practice patience, honesty, and gratitude, the very qualities that create lasting peace. Virtue in Stoic philosophy means living in alignment with your values, being kind when it's easier to be indifferent, being disciplined when it's tempting to give up, and being grateful even when things don't go as planned. These choices may not bring instant pleasure, but they build a deeper, more stable form of happiness, one that doesn't fade when circumstances change. The world often tells us to seek convenience, success, or approval. But these things can never replace the quiet confidence that comes from living rightly. Peace is not found in avoiding life's difficulties, but in facing them with balance and integrity. When you act according to your principles, you no longer need everything around you to be perfect. You find calm within yourself. In the end, happiness is not about what you gain, but who you become. When you live with virtue, you carry peace wherever you go, not as a reward, but as a reflection of a well-guided mind.